Hi, it's Brain Coach Brad. I was at a seminar this last weekend, and another attendee asked me a really important question. She said, how can I maintain the momentum I feel right now when I go back home? Especially because I've been in this situation before. This is what I do. I go to these seminars and I learn and I get all excited, and then I go home and I don't do anything with it. It's a great question. Because if you've ever been to a seminar, or really if you've ever learned anything new and exciting when you were away from home, you've probably shared her experience. You want to use everything you learned, and you want to feel the same motivation, but you wonder what it will really be like when you get home. In this video, you'll learn what I told my friend, the first of 3 powerful strategies to not only maintain momentum and implement your learning, but even accelerate beyond where you were at the end of the seminar. I've separated them into 3 short videos to make it easy for you to implement them, so you can use the motivation you have now to make the changes necessary to keep it going. Here's what I told her first. Don't go back home. She was surprised and confused, and she looked at me with her face all crinkled up, probably the way you're looking at me right now. And she said, "What? You want me to stay in Las Vegas?" "No," I told her. "The learnings and the motivation aren't in Las Vegas. It only feels that way because that's where you learn them. The learnings and the motivation are in you, the new you. And instead of taking that new you, that new identity, and going back home, you want to take it and go forward home." Now, if you've spent much time in the personal development world, you may have encountered this concept before, the idea of going forward home. But you may not have understood just how powerful it can be. The truth is, every time you learn something new, your brain changes, and you are a new and different person. You may be a little bit different, or a lot of bit different, but your brain is different, and that opens up the possibility for your behaviors to be different, and your life. Metaphors and frameworks like this affect how your brain filters sensory experience, so they really matter. If you take something that you may have recognized intellectually as true, statements like, "Every day I'm different," and "Every day my life can be different," and now you really act like they are true, then your life can change in a heartbeat. That's when you truly adopt the new identity, the person who made those changes and those commitments at the seminar. If you say to yourself, "I'm going forward home," then you're telling yourself that home is a place you've never been. And that's true. The new you has never been there, and she or he can therefore act in brand new ways. You have to tell your brain that there are new possibilities even in this old environment, because now you're a new you. As a result, your brain will use the new motivation and the new learnings as a part of new filters to see you and the world in new ways. There are parts of you that have been there even before, but you haven't been filtering them in before. Likewise, there are resources that you've already had that you will only now be able to fully utilize because you're changing your brain filters by your determination to go forward home as a new person. So strategy number 1, the strategy for this video, is to go forward home and to acknowledge to yourself that you're different. Then take on the new identity, even if only in small ways, to start. One last thought. Some of you may be wondering what you can do if you've already arrived home from your recent seminar. Or for those of you who haven't been to a seminar recently, maybe that seminar was a long time ago, or even there wasn't a recent seminar at all. Maybe the learnings that you're getting, the new identity, are just from something like this blog. Can you still implement this strategy? Absolutely. Here's how you do it. Just get a little psychological distance from your home environment, and then go forward home from there. Then you can implement the strategies in the next 2 videos as well. To get the psychological distance, here's a nice trick. Use the brain's responsiveness to metaphor, the way the brain is wired for metaphor. First, you get a little physical distance, you add a visualization, and the result will be psychological distance. Go for a drive and think about your recent seminar or the other learnings that are opening up a new identity for you. Make the memories as real as possible. Then imagine, while you're driving, that you're going through a tunnel, almost like an airlock in a space station. As you imagine entering that airlock, wherever you're driving, imagine the air is getting sucked out, and your old habits and your old limitations are getting sucked out right along with it. Then imagine entering a new chamber, where all the experiences and the learnings, the motivation from your last seminar await you. Let those settle into you and take them with you as you go forward home. Go, momentum, go. Please, let me know your results from this strategy. As you creatively implement it, let me know what personal tweak or adjustments you may have made. Others may benefit from your learnings and from what you write. They can then take those as a part of their new identity, and they can implement those strategies themselves. And the cycle of shared progress can go forward. Remember, go forward home. Thanks. I'm Brain Coach Brad.